Michael for having us here on their beautiful property. And they had to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to tighten up everything because, as you know, they are messy all the time, except for when the seedsavers is happening. Yay, we knew that. So, and thank you very much for everybody who bought all this lovely food. And I have heard 10 times today that, no, we don't come for the seed saving, we come for the food. Yay. So, yay. Thank you to everybody who bought lovely stuff for this for the share table, which is up there. Now, Maria is going to tell us a few things about bee motels and be yourself and pyramid.
And don't forget to be awesome.
And be awesome. Maria, it's all yours.
Hi everybody. I just wanted to talk very quickly about the importance of having bees in your garden, because as we know they're the ones that are doing a lot of hard work for us. They're doing lots of pollination, and there's a lot of fruits and veggies that we actually aren't able to harvest unless the bees are present and they do that pollination for us. Now we often, when we think about bees, we think about the European bee, but I just want to bring to your attention there's a lot of native bees in Australia. In fact, there's over 1,900 different species of native bee. I've got a poster here which details the which details a lot of the ones in Queensland, and it's really great to be able to start to identify the different species of native bee that you've got in your garden. And there are a lot of them. I didn't realise there were as many in this garden as there are until I started paying attention. I've also got on the table some little houses that Douglas has made, and these are little bee motels, and they are specifically for the native Australian bees, which are solitary bees. So they don't produce a hive, but they do need somewhere to lay their eggs, and they look for little tunnels to actually burrow into and to lay their eggs. So you can have a closer look at those if you like. There's a little information brochure. If you've got any questions about them, you can ask me. You'll also see on the table there is this. You're wondering what this is for. It's a really great idea in this really hot weather to have these little setups in your garden, because that's water for the bees, because they need water too. And what's actually really good to make them out of, at the second-hand shop, there's always lots of those really shallow glass dishes that come out of microwaves. So 1 or 2 of those in your garden with just a layer of marbles and some water in it is enough for the bees to be able to get some water, and they're not going to drown because they can actually crawl over the marbles. So that's just something to be mindful of.
Great idea, Maria.
There's also a edible plant list there from Michael and Lindy's nursery. If anybody doesn't have a copy of that, please take a copy. There's lots of really great plants that you can access through the nursery here. And I also just want to mention the pyramid that's on the table. This is made by a friend of ours named Bob Matthews. There's a little brochure there about the work that he does. He makes these great pyramids, and a lot of you might have also seen the power tower, which is in the garden here. If you haven't, maybe Michael or somebody can point it out for you. It's just over near the bananas, and there's a geometrical shape on the top of the tower. It's to bring in particular energies into the garden to help the plants grow. Now this particular little pyramid is something that Bob gave me recently to trial. It's actually built on the same type of dimensions as the pyramids in Egypt, and I tested it with a sprouting seeds, and we actually put some watermelon seeds under the pyramid and some that weren't under the pyramid, and the ones that were in the pyramid actually were more robust when they actually sprouted. And we found the same thing with lemongrass seeds as well. Douglas had ordered some lemongrass, a particular type of lemongrass, and he's having a lot of difficulty actually getting it sprouted and growing well. And so we did a test with the pyramid, and the ones that were under the pruning. I've got some photographs on my phone I can show you later. So many more of the seeds sprouted than the pot that was not under the pruning. So that was really exciting to see. So if you've got any other questions about that, you can ask me later, because I'd like to hand you over to Ulla. She's got lots of great things for us.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah, just wanted to share that with you.
Thank you. Handing the rest of the day out to me could be a big mistake. So, please got to take one of these. Yeah, they don't bite. So, yeah, I don't keep. And yes, we're gonna do some musical stuff. Well, would you be able to hand the? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, they can rattle. If there's two, they can rattle. Maybe. Now, we also got some paperwork to have a look at. Yeah. Are we ready from the television?
Ready?
Beep, we're ready. Off the road. Here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! We arrived. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the past, we're going to talk about the present, here, and we're going to talk about the future. That can be very serious, but today is going to be good fun. So, I've written a few things down on a piece of paper, and I'll do a bit of talking, and then I'll throw a lot of questions out on the floor. We don't need to answer them straight away, because what we're going to do a little bit later, we'll just go into more groups, and you will sort of discuss it and what we're going to do in the future. Okay, so here we go. You may have to share.
Yeah.
You're good friends?
I've never seen him before.
You won't share?
Who am I sharing with?
Yeah, you can share with Noel. And here we go. There we go. Now, have anybody got some of these? Okay, so the idea about these are from the Ponciana tree. Lovely shady tree when it's got leaves. Some people got not so long arms, so therefore I brought these today. So if you've got a good idea or a really bad idea that you would like to share with everybody, you can put this up in here. And if you're really serious about things, you can go achi, 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 chi, chi, achi, 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 chi, chi. That's a really good idea.
New Zealand. Are you from New Zealand?
Yes, today I am. Now, if you think that was a really bad idea or something that I shouldn't have said, then you go abu, 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 boo, boo. So, the good one is achi, achi, and the bad one is abu, abu. Good. All right. Glasses.
Has everybody got that?
Let's have a rehearsal.
No rehearsal. Good idea.
Okay, so it's time to talk a little bit about mareeba seedsavers and how we're going to organise ourselves in the future. So I'll give you a little talk about how it sort of all started, and it's about 30 odd years ago that Jude and
Michelle
started the Australian Seedsavers Network, and they have been doing a tremendous good job. So we go achi,
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 achi, achi. Woo!
yeah. So they have travelled the continent and taught a lot of people around the country how to do seed saving. They've been travelling, and they still are travelling overseas, teaching people, making videos and DVDs, and amongst others, they have written the Seedsavers Handbook, which we sell here.
Achi, achi,
achi, she. Seedsavers up north started about 20 years ago, and they were having all the meetings in Tassali, in the weather more wet area, and they were meeting at the same garden for a long time. And beautiful spot out in the rainforest with a creek, running creek. And that's when we sort of, we met them in maybe 11 years ago. And at that time they had actually put in an application form because they wanted to build a little hut where they could keep the seeds safe in a good temperature, and all our seed saving stuff was supposed to sit in this shed. They were knocked back because it was to be done on a private property. So whatever body that they applied through wouldn't grant the money. So it knocked us back a bit, but then the seedsavers and lovely people like ourselves, she, we bounced back. So we just kept going. So about 10 years ago, there was a few people who were pushing. They said, because what we did, we just brought in seeds. No labels, no nothing. Could that be a parsley? No, it's a leaf. No, it's not. No. Okay, what is it then? So the meetings were rather informal, and which was good. We had a lot of fun, and we took seeds home that we didn't know what was. And but then some more serious people, they said, no, it's time to write it all down. And this is what we are actually still doing. So, and we are doing a lot of things that they were doing 10 years ago. So now it's time to say, do we really want to do that? Just because we've done it all our lives. So, we're not going to answer questions right now, but we'll do it when everybody had a time to have a look at the few things I'm sort of chopping out in their face. We can do local advertising over the radio and newspaper. Lindy used to do that, but it's been a little while since we've done it. Maria, there? Yeah, Maria. Hey, no, Lindy, because Lindy's always been doing that beautiful advertising. And we can keep doing that. Maria is doing our email send out at the moment, and also printing the flyers, and you take them to the mareeba market, the Yandabal market, wherever market you go, and the health shop, and to spread the words. And Maria, I know, because, and we will do this, because what she's also done, Facebook. Would you like to say a little about Facebook?
I know that not everybody likes Facebook, but there are a lot of people who use Facebook as a means to learn about events that are happening around the area. I have my own Facebook page, but I decided that I would make a mareeba, seedsavers and gardening group Facebook page. So I added myself and Douglas and Michael and Lindy, so currently there are 4 people in the group on that Facebook page. But if anybody else uses Facebook and they would like me to add them to that group, because I'm not only going to post each event, I would also like to put up pictures and little videos about seed saving and growing plants and bees and all sorts of wonderful gardening things. So if you do happen to use Facebook, I'd love for you to let me know so that I can add you to the page that I make.
There's also the Seedsavers FNQ Facebook page.
Yep.
So, which is on all of the mail outs.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so it would be really great to hook whatever you're putting up on your page onto that page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. Yes. Now, every meeting, and we have a few boxes, and I got some of the stuff here. You are familiar with what it is, but we need people either we say we cut it all out, we won't worry about it, or we have to find people who would love to cart it around. So, we bring coffee, tea, milk and sugar for the meetings. We could do it this way, that we give the host X amount of dollars, and then the host will buy the whatever we need of drinks for the day. So that gets rid of $1. Okay, so we got something called plastic bags and envelopes. We need somebody who will go out and buy those things. We are storing our seeds at Essence of Organic, which is sitting in air condition. We could, if somebody has got room at home, we could sit in the fridge. And it's a matter of picking up the seed box and bringing it back again. So we need somebody to hold up the extended arm and say, I would love to do that.
So is it a problem?
If we're gonna have a seed bank,
Is it a problem to keep the seed bank at Essence of Organic?
No, I'm just saying where we'll get. And it is another option.
So it's okay to leave it there as well?
Yeah. Essence of Organic is always happy to have the little baby seed. Updating the seed bank and write the list of what's available. We don't need to do it. We can just chuck all the envelopes in the plastic bags, and you open the plastic bags and you have a look. But it was just something a couple of years ago, somebody said, oh, it would be nice if there was a list available. So I've been doing that for a few years, but we don't really need to do it. And Lisa, you don't do it in Kuranda, and you don't
No,
do it
but
in
we
Kuranda.
aspire to do it because it's a good idea.
By mareeba group. Yeah, good idea.
Let's do a G for ulla.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a real lot of work.
Yeah, but it's fun because you'll see, them seeds, we had them for 30 years. Yeah, who brought them out? Lindy's mum did, from Italy. No, she's not from Italy, but yeah, somebody brought them into the country, and it was in the good old days where you could take anything into the country. Is that we leave a seed, that's a packet of seeds of each that came in, just in case that we lose the seed. We could get flooded, we could get bushfires, and we've been keeping that in a special bag. So we don't know how old they are. So if we were going to look into how old the seeds actually are that's in that bag, it would be just too much work for a busy seed saver, because we want to be in the garden and not doing all this work. Hey, so maybe you have a discussion about this, and maybe you leave it out. We'll talk about it. Yeah, meeting in private gardens is lovely. We could also meet in a public park, say in Mareeba. We have to work out, would we like to keep our membership, or are we going to drop the membership? If we keep the membership, I actually will recommend or suggest that every current financial member will get the seed saving book, plus the video that comes with it, plus any future seed savers, financial members, until we have no more finance. And that could be, we could say, okay, we're down to $200 at the moment, no more books to hand out. Just a suggestion.
Just say something about that.
Yep.
If we didn't have any membership, like the envelopes, one box of small envelopes would cost $40. Like we would never get that from the donation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So that's what you're all gonna sort of talk about when you sit in the smaller groups. Yeah. And we can also discuss so if we're not having the membership, can the gold coin donation towards the tea and coffee cover everything? And also we do have a donation towards seeds for non-financial members. Now we got books. We got some lovely books, and they are on the table every meeting. I'm not sure how many of you actually get time to read the books while you're here. So if we don't really use them, it's another load to carry around. And we are running out of muscles because we just had to look around, and we're not getting any younger, but we have like some teenagers and somebody in their 20s. Yes, we've got some very good active kids up in the other, sitting up there. Over there. Okay, so if we don't want to carry this 250 gram around for the meetings, we could actually donate it to Mareeba Library, and then all of us can come and use the books. And if we got too many of these, we could also donate them to the library. Awesome schools. We also got CDs. They're great. They're absolutely great. If you
Best movie.
Yeah, they are.
that's
Rich Julie and Michelle Fenton, who is doing the.
we've got them out for loan.
Yes, and
The CDs.
yes,
Are we allowed to copy them?
no, but you can
borrow
borrow
it.
it and take it home.
But
Yes.
not copy.
No. We want to keep these good old friends going. Yeah. Put some food on their table.
Or you can buy it from them,
Yes.
David.
Yes. Yes, I
Seed
went
savers?
to Kuranda Sprout Seed Savers group because there is an awesome group, and they got some awesome people like the Mareeba group
Yeah.
has as well. And Helen, who's looking after their money, she said, "Give me 22, yeah, and you get a CD as well. So if you want to do any shopping, don't come to me. I'm too expensive. You get hold of Helen." But if we decide to get some more books, I will give Helen a ring and see, because it was something about, it was called a combo offer. Yes, so that's what we're going to do in the future if that's what we need. Putting up signs and taking down the signs, yes, and put them in storage. So I can suggest that the next host will take the signs down and take them home, and they put them up for the next meeting at their place. So that was another stuff that we don't have to carry around. Looking after the money. Maybe you've been having the bank thing on. Are you still happy to do the banking? Would you be happy to do the running of the every meeting, writing what money comes in and what goes out? No? Okay, so we need somebody who would like to put up the hand. And if the arm is not long enough, you use this one. To look after, it's just on the day what comes in, say membership and donation for seeds for the coffee and a sale of the book. We need a person with like that. Okay. Name tags. Yeah. So we got some name tags. It's just that I don't think we had them out for donkey years. Maybe it's because we know who we are, but on a day where there's new people coming, it's like this, because I can remember when I joined a group first time and I come in and I see all these people and I think, oops. But then when I come to a group where I can see, and I put my glasses on, and then I say, oh Rick, how are you? Yeah, good to meet you. Yeah, so it means a lot, I think, having the name tag, that you don't feel so lost. Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Remember my own.
Yes, so we're doing really good. We got another book. We got heaps of books. We got the seed tracking book. And that's just the book where you sign in. I've taken out this seed. My name is such and such. The number of the seeds is such and such. And I took it out on such a date. See, that is used for, in case that we lose the seeds, we can say, Margaret took out some. We got a plant passport. And we don't really need it, but we thought it would be nice to know who's the grower, what plant is this. So if you would like to keep that going, then you say a chi, and if you don't want that passport anymore, you just say a boo. And yeah, so these are decisions to be made.
Just explain what a plant passport.
Yeah, the plant passport is the one with all the questions. Yeah, the only thing it doesn't have compared to your own passport is a photo of the plant. So almost. So yeah, so it tells about what sort of a plant it is, how many years you've been growing it. Is it a bush? Is it can you eat it, or is it only for craft, or does it look good? Does it grow really poorly, and can I bake it, stir fry, pickle? And if you think it can tolerate everything, you just say you check it, and then you go achoo, because that's really good. Now, there is a few people who's asked me, what's viability? And so that means you put 10 seeds in the ground at home, and then you go out every morning and you say diggle, 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 and then when they start to come up, then you say that if you put 10 seeds in and 10 comes up, how big is the viability? It's 100% because they all came up. Yeah. So if there was only 2 out of the seeds that sprouted, how big is the viability there? 20%. So that's the viability.
Certain times a year, certain seeds will not come up even though they're totally viable.
Yes.
It's not a measure all year.
No, it's not, because a seed has got a complete memory. A seed knows exactly what it's going to be. We collect open-pollinated seeds so that we know that this carrot seed is not going to be a broccoli. Don't fuss with seed savers.
Yeah, don't mess with us.
So mareeba Seed Saver started a lovely idea, and I think it came out of the albums. They were having a late night, and they were drinking a lot of herbal tea and water. Yeah, pure water from the springs. And so they said, no, we would like something different to happen in the afternoon, just not the garden walk. We would like guest speakers, and it's been fabulous. So,
Just a short one, like just 3/4 of an hour.
yes. So if you have somebody you could think about that you would like to come and give a talk or a subject, yes. Yeah, please come forward and say ashi. So if we make a couple of groups and then you talk for maybe 20 minutes or however long time you need, and then we'll make some decisions about doing this, get rid of, keep going.